It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Titans and the Jags, coming up next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Fights off the defender. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And
and now some space to operate. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year. And he's up to his old tricks here.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And it's a Titans touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So our 2 teams, the Jags and the Titans, CD, they've formed a pretty good rivalry here in the AFC South. It's been the Titans who have arguably, though, been the best team in the division of late. But these Jags, they have certainly made some big changes. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and create extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A quick throw complete to Chark.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's once again complete to Chark.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the 1st.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee 1st.
Again to Henry. Fights loose. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that's incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
He's got it over the middle to Jeff Swain. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Tannehill.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Bring it! Bring it! That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it's now 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now it's Tannehill.
Check down here for Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll run on first down. Henry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's got room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's out quickly to Chenault.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
136 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Firkser, the tight end. And it's a Titans touchdown. Anthony Firkser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Throw left side to Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To the air again, Tannehill. Looking end zone for Jones. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And his first carry, he loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he will have a Jaguars first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw complete to Chark.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
On third down,
Henry.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Robinson.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll find Farrell open left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sight.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Rosas' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lawrence will throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Rosas' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Open man, this is Lewis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go, D, tighten up. How you like me now?
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
Rumbling past the 30. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Titans are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And he was looking for James Robinson out of the backfield.
But it's going to be second down. Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back in about the 37-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
gets through, and now an opening. They find some open field here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. From midfield now, Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
But now it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Room here to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he's got a first down as he's tackled inbounds at midfield.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.